Welcome back to another episode of EPL Insights. Today we will be doing a weekend roundup and we will be discussing some of the key matches which we had on the weekend. Before I start, if you're watching this video for the first time, please do subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with others as well. So let's start. Uh, let's start with Arsenal versus West Ham. It was Arsenal's home ground, and it was a very good match from Arsenal perspective. It was a very dominating game. West Ham didn't even had a shot on target against Arsenal, whereas Arsenal were getting a lot of chances. Although West Ham was trying to play a low block against Arsenal, and they were seriously in terms of they were only defending. They were not even thinking about going forward or creating chances apart from for the first 5 minutes. And I guess in the last 5 to 10 minutes, they were a little bit aggressive or a little bit trying to have something out of this match. Even when they substitute few players, they were not even able to touch the ball for some time, and it was looking really a boring match for the neutral perspective. But not only for the neutral perspective, I was hearing some Arsenal fans as well, and I wanted to discuss that in this video as well. Like, I was surprised to see why Arsenal fans are moaning and criticizing Arteta, Gyökeres, and Arsenal team. Like, what they want from this Arsenal team. I was hearing why they didn't battered West Ham. West Ham had a new coach. It's not the same West Ham which was playing the first 4 or 5 matches. This was a new manager, and we know Nuno is a very good manager. We have seen that again in the shape of Nottingham Forest. And now see, once he has left Nottingham Forest, what is happening over there? So Nuno is not a bad manager, he's a good manager, and he's a very kind of defensive manager who likes to play a low block and play a counter-attacking football. And in this game, he knew they didn't had the players that didn't had a sort of a game plan to stop Arsenal. So what they did is that he put all the 10 or 11 players behind the ball and tried to stop Arsenal as much as he can. Based on that, Arsenal even still they did create a lot of chances for Eze, Trossard, Timber, Saka, Odegaard even, and Gyokeres as well. They created a lot of chances for each other. Like apart from Gyokeres, they all had a very open chances, like very good chances, but they were not able to convert it. Even Eze had a very open chance. Rice has a very good chance, and the goal which Rice scored was also a result of a shot which was stopped by the West Ham goalkeeper and then fall into the feet of Rice, and he then scored from there. So I'm not sure what they mean by battering, like what they want. How many matches did we see even when City was dominating, when Liverpool was dominating that? How many matches did we see where Liverpool and City were scoring 5 or 6 goals every now and then during that period of time? Now, what I'm hearing that why Arsenal is not scoring 5 goals, 4 goals, why they are not like it's just criticism based on I believe agenda based criticism. It's based on their biasness. They just don't like Arteta, and they are not happy about that their native is getting shut down. Their native is getting blown out of the water. Like now, Arsenal is playing well. Arsenal is playing attacking football, which they were crying about in the first 4 or 5 matches. That why Arsenal is not putting attacking players on the pitch. Why Arteta is not putting creative players on the pitch. Why they are not attacking. Why Eze and Odegaard and Saka and Gyökeres they are not all playing together. There was some logical reasoning behind that. Saka wasn't fit, Odegaard was injured, and Eze was just integrated into the team in the before the Liverpool match. So I'm not sure why they are crying. And the fans who are criticizing Gyökeres, I'm not sure about it. I'm literally not buying that criticism because of Gyökeres, other players are now getting more spaces. You have seen a lot of time now. Saka is not getting sort of 2 players on him or 3 players on him now, or even now we see Trossard and Martinelli when they come as a substitute as playing as a starter, they are getting more room out of it. Even as they had so many chances, or Rice has so many chances. If you look at the Rice goal and as a chance, and even the Timber chance, you would see that the 2 or 3 defenders are alongside with Gyökeres, and he's moving towards the D, and they are all going moving alongside him. And due to that reason, there is a lot of space on the D area, near the penalty area, near the box, and they are able to have those. shots on target, or they are able to have those chances. Like, I'm seriously not understanding why my fans are crying about that and moaning about that we are not scoring 5 or 6 goals in every other match. Now, like, what kind of football they are watching before, or what kind of expectations they had before? Earlier, they were saying that we are not good enough, we cannot win that match. Arteta is a defensive coach. Arteta he's not letting the breaks go off, and he's just holding the players, all that stuff. And now they have cracked that we are winning 2-0. They do not even had a shot on target against Arsenal, and fans are still crying about it. I do not understand what they are crying about it. And secondly, I also want to touch base on few things as well which happened on this weekend. If you have watched Liverpool versus Chelsea, the way Maresca celebrated the last minute goal, and I'm not against that. I am all up for the celebration. They can celebrate in any way, any form they like. And they were, if they had won that match or drawn that match, we have to understand the context at the same time. Like, if you remember Newcastle versus Liverpool, when Newcastle drawed, they celebrated mad, like mad team. And similarly, when now in the Liverpool versus Chelsea, when Chelsea scored the winner, they celebrated madly. Their players, their staff, their coach, their fans, they were celebrating like a madman. I'm not against it. They can celebrate any way, any shape like that. But the hypocrisy, the criticism which Arteta gets, which Arsenal fan gets, if you remember for drawing against City. But I'm not talking about that match. If you remember last season when we scored the winner in the last minute, and Odegaard took some pictures from the cameraman, or alongside the cameraman, he was taking his pictures. And the way we were criticized, the way Arsenal fans were criticized, the way Arsenal team was criticized, it was mad. And even we were told that we should not be celebrating like that after winning the match, and we should be just heading towards the tunnel and just moving on with it. And even they were saying that such celebrations shows that we do not have the mentality. It weakens our sort of a goal. It weakens our strength or our mentality in terms of winning the league. We are not built for it. That's all that stuff. And then even in the last week, Richard Keys on Bein Sport, his comments were so mad. Like, he called Arteta a lunatic man for standing on the pitch in terms of like sharing the tactics or asking players to do something different or telling them to do what to do. I'm not sure what other coach he watches, or which other coach who stands or who sits most of the time in the dugout instead of standing on the area which is designated to the managers alongside the pitch. And they are not shouting or telling player what to do or what not to do, or running behind or doing some stuff like that. I was amazed to see his comments like Arteta is a lunatic man, but we do not hear the same side of criticism or same side of narrative when Maresca did did a sort of a Jose Mourinho and ran towards the end of the pitch and celebrated with the team for winning that match or scoring that goal. And I'm all up for it. I was happy that match for Chelsea as well for winning that match. It put Arsenal on the top. But again, the hypocrisy, the criticism which Arsenal team gets, where the other teams or other players or other managers do not get the same way. So that's something I want to brought it up. And I was like, if you have heard Gary Neville, Carragher, Richard Keys, and O'Hara, they are all crying about Arsenal celebration. I remember O'Hara after when Gyokeres scored, and they were calling Arsenal fans cringe for celebrating like Gyokeres, like doing that this stuff, and they were crying about it, that why Arsenal fans are doing that, what's about it, why so much celebration, why are doing that. And all these people were calling that Arsenal is finished, they will not win the league, they will not build for it, they are not ready for it. Now suddenly the narratives has changed once the Liverpool lost against Chelsea. The narrative is now Liverpool is in transition. They are still building their team. They are still trying to build up the chemistry. Their players are still getting used to it. Like all the stuff off the ball, which Words is doing, that is so appreciative of. That is so good. We should look into it. We should not criticize players like that. But the same players are the same. Sorry, people are criticizing Gyökeres, Eze, Medveke, and all that stuff, and even all the Arsenal team as well, that they are not good for it, they're not built for it. Even if you look at the Arsenal team, we have so many injuries in the start, but no one is giving us any benefit of doubt. Like we had Saka out for some time, we had Odegaard out, and we are not, we are hearing it again that he might be out for another 1 or 2 months due to his another injury. We had Medveke out, we had Saliba out for a couple of matches, we had Henkepe out, we had uh, Rice, not Rice, Ben White was a little bit injured as well in the start of the window. He's still not up to his fitness. So we had so many injuries in our team as well. But due to the players we bought, due to the backups we have bought, that helped us in terms of maintaining our standards and winning all those matches. So I'm just want to share or just want to put it out about the criticism or the narrative or the hypocrisy of the other YouTubers or other teams or other media channels or pundits which they are putting against Arsenal, but we do not see the same for other teams as well. And I'm again also hearing some Arsenal fans that they are saying that we will not celebrate until Arsenal win the league. Now, once their all other narratives, all their criticism is now shut down. Now it's they are not able to do that kind of criticism. That Arteta is not putting a creative team. Arteta is not brave. Is not letting the handbrake off. Arteta is not trying to win the games. Now they are not able to criticize that. Now they are saying we will not celebrate. If you're not going to celebrate, that why you are going to the matches? Like I do not understand this concept or this mindset. Again, I totally understand if you want to criticize Arteta, you want to criticize Arsenal, do it. But also try to share the context as well. Try to understand the context as well. Do share it as well that why they are doing it, or what's happening, or what's the reason behind it. Now we see all of the players which are available and fit: Saka, Odegaard, Eze, Gyökeres, and we see that Arteta put that team to play and to win the match. So I'm not buying that analysis, or sorry, that kind of criticism that we are not celebrating because we haven't won the league yet. So if you are not celebrating the win of a match, which is totally a separate thing from winning a league right now in terms of context, then why you are going to the matches? And if you are not celebrating the wins on the match day, then you should not be criticizing as well at the same time because it's the same concept. Now you should be criticizing the Arsenal or Arteta or the players at the end of the league when there is it's finished, when it's settled who is winning the league. Then you should be criticizing all that stuff. If you are not appreciating the players or the managers right now for winning the matches, then you should not be criticizing the players and the manager as well at the same time. That's all I want to say about all this criticism, all this narrative building against Arsenal at data. So I'm very happy with the Arsenal win. Let's talk about other matches as well. Chelsea versus Liverpool on Chelsea's home ground. Liverpool haven't won in 5 years on Chelsea's home ground, and I'm not sure what happens to Liverpool whenever they go over there. They are not able to win it. And even with Chelsea, I give a lot of credit to Chelsea team. I was amazed to see. I was not expecting Chelsea to win that match. Draw maybe due to the context, but a win was not on the card for me. The way Chelsea managed that game, the way Chelsea played that game, and I criticize Maresca in terms of not managing the game when they went down to 10 when the last couple of Premier League matches. But in this match, the way he managed, the way he pick up the players, the way he motivated the players, it was amazing. And all had credit goes to Maresca for making sure that they win that match. They had their right back and a new kid on the their back line was like 22 23 and they haven't played much of the Premier League matches. And Hato and like their captain, I'm not remembering his name. He was like their center back pairing at the end of in the last 15-20 minutes. Even the pairing which started that match as a center back, Bedias Shiel and the kid I didn't remember his name, and they were like not able to continue and they went off the pitch due to injury. And in the midfield, Caicedo, what a game he had, full 100 points to Caicedo for winning that match. He is man of the match for me for that particular match, and he showed his quality. And the sort of the discussion that who is the better midfielder, Caicedo or the Rice, both scored on the weekend. I'm an Arsenal fan, so for me, I still love or prefer Rice instead of Caicedo, but Casado is like nowhere, anywhere. Like if you want to give them our points or in terms of 10 out of 10, then Casado is 10 out of 10 as well in terms of performers, in terms of quality, in terms of vision, in terms of fitness, in terms of physicality. He was a great player, sort of a player in that match. So all credit goes to Chelsea, and the kind of issues and the problems Liverpool had, this is not for the first time. And I want to also point out one more thing. Even in this match, a lot of Liverpool's players or Liverpool, sorry, fans are criticizing that why he brought Endo instead of Kaiser in this match. But if you go back and watch the substitution against Arsenal in the Liverpool versus Arsenal match, once again you will find out that he did defensive substitutions, not the attacking substitutions. Again, I'm not bringing that match due to any bitterness. I'm just trying to say this is not for the first time he tried to go for the draw instead of the win. He tried to manage the game. He tried to draw the game. He tried to tried not to lose that match. And he, instead of bringing on a attacking winger, right, left winger, he brought on a center back or a midfielder, defensive midfielder to draw that match, and it backfired. Another thing, Garnacho was amazing in this match as well. The kind of goal they scored at the end, it wasn't the first time this happened. Garnacho had similar chances. He played a similar pass from the left wing. Enzo did a similar pass from the left wing, and I remember Neto did a similar pass from that left wing position as well. And they were consistently trying to put a pass in the 6 yard of the goal, and no Chelsea player was able to get on the end of it. And finally, at the end, Esteva, one of the favorite signing of the season for me. He's one of the best signing for Chelsea. He got the end on the end of it and scored the equalizer. What a great equalizer it was. So happy for Chelsea, but it so happy because it helped Arsenal as well to go on the top. And finally, Arsenal is on the top. Let's see how Arsenal now get on with it, how they manage the pressure, how they manage the expectations going forward, going in the next week. Do let me know which result surprises you the most on the weekend. What was the result which disappointed you the most on the weekend? And that's all from my side. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe, like, and share it with others. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.